Welcome to the flip side of crypto. Joining me as always, Constantino.
How are you doing today, Martynas?
Better than I deserve. Let's get to it. In today's digest, we have an EU-backed investment fund puts 30 million into crypto VC firm's new 130 million vehicle. Tor, could you expand on that?
So this is interesting. When the London-based Fabric Ventures, they closed a 130 million funding round, and the EU, or Regulatory and Legal Commission, the European Commission, contributed to that. That's remarkable. The thing that reminds me about this is the first time that I've seen of a government-backed type of digital project. And especially when you look at the EC, they are responsible for legal and regulatory governance and oversight of all things blockchain and crypto. But at the end of the day, it just is a bit of a head scratcher as why they would do that. But at the same time, I think that it is still kind of emblematic of how governments have a dualistic nature to them.
Absolutely. About this dualistic nature, the flip side. I mean, come on. The European governments right now are claiming loudly that and are combating many crypto projects and are requiring more transparency, more regulation, etc. They are trying to fight money laundering, and then on the other hand, they're now investing in blockchain firms. It smells like contradiction, and the smell is ripe.
It really is. And again, we talked about it yesterday a little bit, how the Senate is trying to both criticize and penalize crypto miners. But oh yeah, by the way, let's use what they do to raise our taxes and fund infrastructure. Politicians are two-faced, so they can speak out of both sides of their mouths, I think.
I couldn't say it better myself. Next topic. Crypto user numbers double in 6 months. The news in itself is quite self-explanatory. This was research done by Crypto.com, and quite frankly, are you even surprised?
Not at all, because at the end of the day, what we see here is this is just a validation that the fundamentals for the use case of crypto are still there. Central banks are authorizing record levels of money. Treasury departments are printing record levels of money, and legislatures are spending record levels of money. Inflation is going up. The Labor Bureau of Statistics in June saw a 5.4% jump in inflation, and they saw a 5.1% jump in May. And the average individual, you and me, we're seeing this when you go to the store and buy things. And it's not just increasing the everyday products we're buying, it's also devaluing what our savings are. So this is not lost on people. And you have to find an investment that stays ahead of what inflation is taking away. And crypto is the preferred choice.
Exactly that. I mean, more adoption is coming. It's coming in waves. Usually, I have a bad feeling that it's always connected to price. I mean, at some point you would think that people would see the fundamentals, they would understand them, and would naturally, these numbers would grow and would not be so tied up into Bitcoin's price. But again, it's human mentality, it's human nature to look at the shiny thing, which might make them a quick buck or two.
That fear of missing out cannot be underestimated as well.
Yeah. Anyway, we can agree that this is a good thing for crypto in general. And on to the next story. Mining company allows US clients to mine Bitcoins without paying taxes. Tor, could you elaborate a bit?
So what I understand is that Compass Mining is partnering with a retirement agency that offers some sort of individual retirement account. And it's letting people purchase Bitcoin mining hardware through the IRA. And then when things are mined using that hardware, it goes into the IRA without being taxed. As you know, here in the US, cryptocurrencies have been taxed since 2014. They're treated as a property. And so capital gains taxes apply. The longer you hold them, the lower your taxes go. If you turn them over a lot on a short-term basis, your taxes go up. But I have to tell you, I'm conflicted about this particular approach. I love the idea of being able to invest crypto coins and tokens in an IRA, but actual individual Bitcoin mining, honestly, that's pretty foolish to me, because at the end of the day, anyone who knows something about Bitcoin mining, you can pretty much know that the individual miner doesn't win that game. You need to be part of a mining pool. You need to have a lot of computing power. And if you're in a mining pool and you win coins in that pool, those coins are distributed based on how much computing power you've contributed. And at the end of the day, one or two servers ain't going to cut it. And it's a very capital intensive type of posture to keep those servers up to date and stay ahead and stay with upgrades so that you can win those mined Bitcoins. In my opinion, I think it's better. I'm not a financial advisor. Just invest in the coins and hodl them yourself. They're not taxed until you dispose of them and cash them in, which is the same thing that happens in an IRA anyway.
Absolutely. Now, we are a bit running over the time limit, but I have to get this in. Miners right now are getting taxed twice, whenever they mine and whenever they try to sell their coins. I mean, it's getting harder to be a Bitcoin miner, but I think the reward speaks for itself. So don't feel too bad about them, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so on the next news, let's try to make this one quick because it's quite easy news. PayPal plans to expand into crypto functionality.
Listen, the largest payment exchange and provider on the planet, but I honestly think they're a one-trick pony. I think that they're fighting for their lives to stay competitive and relevant. They're seeing a lot of other individuals, companies come in and eat their lunch like Square and Stripe. So I think it's a good move. It's great to see, but not surprising. I think they're just trying to fight and stay relevant.
Yeah, actually, just out of curiosity, Tor, could you just explain to our viewers in a few words, what is the Anti-Defamation League?
So very quickly, the Anti-Defamation League is an organization that that tries to prevent hate speech. It's a noble venture, and it tries to help promote equality, and it tries to help dismiss and downplay and counteract against various types of hate speech, whether it's against different types of populations and groups.
So why did PayPal go under media fire for actually partnering with the league?
Well, that's a tough question, because there are different sides of every coin, as you would say, the flip side. And so if they would, there's an opponent to every side. So if you look at, let's say, Israel, the Jewish situation there and the Palestinian situation there, if you support one of those particular sides, the other is going to oppose and come against you in that particular situation. So that's one of the things that has contributed to some of this turmoil that PayPal is facing.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for clarifying, Tor. I think it's great for our viewers at home to understand that this big development, PayPal, is coming into the market. It's important that they do this for better mass adoption. But again, they're battling other more established crypto players right now. They're kind of behind. And more importantly, for our viewers at home, feel free to comment down below what other topics you would like us to talk about next time. And for today, this has been The Flip Side of Crypto. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Tor.
Thank you, Martin. It's always a pleasure.